So when we start talking about why the book is so popular in the fields of critics and ordinary readers, we have to think that we are in the 21st century 2020 and we're looking back a novel in the 1800, not 18th centuries of course, and it's written by a female author. Nevertheless, the book is just basically a bunch of ladies and males are gossiping at each other about marriage, which is very historically valuable, especially for those historic critiques, understanding about the social structures and also the point of view on marriage. And for literature, it talks about the Victorian literature because it coheres what the Victorian literature values about females gaining of power, females gaining of social mobility, and social hierarchy, of course. So that's for the critiques, but for ordinary people, we love gossiping. And Jane Austen is very clever in using this by writing another ordinary gossiping story, but covered it with the formality of wealthy social hierarchy.
改过喽！以前啦，你说那个谁，
对对对
吧？
对对
我跟你说，就是
对对对对
那个谁嘛，
对对对对对对对对对对对，好好好。
William。
You know, I think the lady that we saw this early in the morning has a very unique characteristic, and I don't think she is capable of doing such things that we have mentioned. As you can see from me and Williams talking in two different ways, you can see the first one probably it can attract a bunch of people already. However, the second way of talking with such a formality, but we are talking about probably the same thing, you're gonna attract more people because people love this formality, for ordinary people of course. But if you go back 100 years later, when you read it in a contemporary position, because all readers fall into that category, even us or even I do, you kind of think it's valuable because you understand what is going on in this century or in this specific decade. It is just basically, I can draw a similar analogy with the following. Regardless how Jane Austen packaged her novel well or not, in a written article written by Milanovic, it's a business article of course, he actually said that, it's quote, Jane Austen has illustrated all the two common trade-offs between romance and the riches, and teach us or guide us to go through all those concepts, what is also existing in the contemporary society. So it's basically the novel is inspirational for those critiques, but telling the very common themes that everybody knows, plus the plot is sometimes very enjoyable for those who likes talking and socially.